Prime Minister,
in the region. And apart from Afghanistan, there is another security threat in South Asia, and that is Kashmir dispute unresolved by the United Nations and even by the US, who voted in support of that resolution in the UN. Now, are you going to make any kind of submission and intervention of President Trump? And the same question to Mr. President Trump. Is he going to play any role in that?
Okay, he's got it.
I've got a question. I will be asking President Trump. It's the most powerful country in the world, the United States. It can play the most important role in bringing peace in the subcontinent. You know, there are over a billion and a quarter people in the subcontinent. They are held hostage to the issue of Kashmir, and I feel that only the most powerful state, headed by President Trump, can bring the two countries together. From my point, I can tell you, we have tried our best. We've made all overtures to India to start dialogue, resolve our differences through dialogue. But unfortunately, we haven't made headways as yet. But I'm hoping that President Trump would push this process.
So I was with Prime Minister Modi 2 weeks ago, and we talked about this subject. And he actually said, "Would you like to be a mediator or arbitrator?" I said, "Where?" He said, "Kashmir," because this has been going on for many, many years. I was surprised at how long it's been going on.
70 years.
I think they'd like to see it resolved, and I think you'd like to see it resolved. And if I can help, I would love to be a mediator. It shouldn't be, I mean, it's impossible to believe two incredible countries that are very, very smart, with very smart leadership, can't solve a problem like that. But if you would want me to mediate or arbitrate, I would be willing to do that.
President, I can tell you that right now, you will have the prayers of over 1 billion people if you can mediate and resolve this issue.
It should be resolved. So, but he asked me the same thing. So I think there's something. So maybe we'll speak to him, or I'll speak to him, and we'll see if we can do something.
Mr. President, even
because I've heard so much about Kashmir.
Yes.
Such a beautiful name. It's supposed to be such a beautiful part of the world, but right now there's just bombs all over the place. They say everywhere you go you have bombs, and it's a terrible situation. Been going on for many years. If I can do anything to help that, let me know. Let me give you one thing on Afghanistan as an example. So a lot of you don't know this, but we dropped the largest non-nuclear bomb ever built in history. We dropped it in Afghanistan. We were getting ready to make many of those bombs. This left a hole that it took out a lot of the tunnels and everything else, but it left a hole in the earth that looked like the moon. It looked like a crater from the moon, still there. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. People heard it 15 miles away. They said, "What was that?" It shook the earth. Non-nuclear, the largest ever made by far. And they were going to make many of them. And I said, "No, we don't have to. I don't want to drop that. I don't want to do that." So many easy solutions. That's actually the easy solution. And they'd come in and they'd say, "Let's have peace, but you don't have to do that." I think we're going to be very successful without having to go that route, and I have tremendous confidence in the Prime Minister. All right, one or two more. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Are you going to raise the issue of public treaty with Ian Khan and Ian President regarding the freedom of the press in Pakistan? There are a lot of curbs on the freedom of press, on the media, on the journalists. Can you comment on that?
Go ahead.
Pakistan press, to call Pakistan press as if there are curbs on it. Pakistan has one of the freest presses in the world. All you have to do is, since I've been the Prime Minister in the last 10 months, I mean, the criticism I have received from my own press, unprecedented. So to say that there are curbs on Pakistan press is a joke.
When you say unprecedented, it can't, wait a minute, wait. There's no way you're treated worse than I am.
Mr. Prime Minister, you are fighting, Mr. Prime Minister.
You're going to have to speak because I didn't hear your words.
Yes. The question was, are you going to raise the issue of freedom or the release of doctors?
Freedom of the press?
Oh,
yes.
The doctors who have...
We will do that. We will. We're talking about hostages. We're talking about hostages being held in various places. I've had very good luck with hostages, with North Korea, with many places. They've treated us with respect, and I appreciate it. It made a big difference. We have 2 or 3 hostages that we're talking about. That's one of the gentlemen that we have heard about. And we will be discussing that with many other subjects. Yes, we will.
And President Trump, just a minute. President Trump, we will be giving you good news about the 2 hostages in a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Prime Minister, you are fighting. North Korea, sir. North Korea, sir.
I'll tell it in a second. Go ahead. Ask it again.
On your tweets, why are you escalating your feud with the 4 congresswomen and racial tensions and so forth?
Well, I think they're very bad for our country. I really think they must hate our country. I think the 4 congressmen we're talking about, the congresswomen, what they've said about Israel, what they've said about our country, when they talk about disgusting people, when they talk the way they talk, when the one mentioned that brown people should speak for brown people and Muslim people should speak for Muslim people, and you hear all this, it's not what our country is all about. No, I think they're very bad for our country. I think they're very bad for the Democrat Party. I think you see that. And they're pulling the Democrats way left. Nobody knows how to handle them. I feel they're easy to handle. To me, they're easy to handle because they're just out there. They're very bad for our country, absolutely. No, I don't think, no racial tension. No, there's no racial tension. Look, I had my best numbers recently, and it's because of the economy and what I've done for the African American. When you look at the African Americans are doing better than they've ever done in our country. We're creating numbers. Look at the poverty numbers. Look at so many different, look at the unemployment numbers, the best they've ever had. No, we have fantastic relationships with the African American community. I think you'll see that. Certainly you're going to see that in 2020, I believe.
Even your critics say that you are going to win the 2020 elections, and you are obviously very confident about that. Same thing with Imran Khan. Sir, you are also having a big war against corruption in Pakistan. So can you just give us a little comment on that?
Well, I think he's going to win, and I think what's going to happen, of course, he's got a little ways to wait. But I'll go over, I'm going to campaign for you. I'm going to help him with this campaign.
Sir, can you, war against corruption, can you please comment on that?
Ali Imran, representing Associated Press of Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said that Pakistan is looking for trade and economic relationships and investment in Pakistan. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Because many experts say that economic prosperity is the best antidote to extremism and militancy.
I agree, and I think that's very true, and it's actually a very good question. The answer is yes. I see great trade with Pakistan, and I'm not talking about a little bit more. I'm talking about we could go 10 and even 20 times what we're doing right now. You know, Pakistan's a big country. It's actually a very big country, and they have tremendous product. They make great product. They make tremendous. I bought from Pakistan over the years when I was in the private sector. They make incredible product. They're brilliant people. They're hardworking people. I think we're going to have a fantastic trade relationship. I don't mean we'll increase it by 20%. I mean, I think we can quadruple it. I think you could go, I mean, literally, it sounds great. You could go 10 times more. You could go 20 times more. Because what we do right now is not much, and we should do a lot. So I think that's going to be, and I also do agree that that has so much to do with great peace. Having a great trading relationship has so much to do with peace and extremism in this case. I think it can have so I expect that we will, within a very short period of time, start having very significant trade with Pakistan.
Sure, are there any working level talks with North Korea scheduled at this point since you met with Kim Jong-un?
No, we just have a very good relationship, and probably they would like to meet, and we'll see what happens. There was a little correspondence recently, very positive correspondence with North Korea.
Between you or
again, there's no nuclear testing, there's no missile testing, there's no nothing. I think we will, at a certain point, when they're ready, we'll be ready.
Quick question, Mr. President, quick question on India.
One question, please.
Go ahead.
One question, please. From Pakistan. Will you raise the voice for Dr. Abouit speaking?
Well, there'll be things discussed, so that would be for afterwards. We'll discuss things.
We'll be discussing it.
Mr. President, Pakistan, one of the provinces of Pakistan, Balochistan, where India is sending non-state actors to destabilize and
and the people from there are going to Europe and other places, and they're getting refuge, getting asylum in India, which is actually an indication that India is helping those non-state actors to infiltrate in Pakistan and to create that. And one of the guys Pakistan is holding, which was the leading the network. So do you think that the U.S. will be playing a role in stopping India to,